Good evening, VV Nation. Happy Thursday. We're almost done through the week, right? My name is Ryan. If this is your first time, always a pleasure putting out these 6 p.m. videos. Tonight's presentation, I got something special for you. I want to talk about really a group of stocks. I got 10 stocks for you in this evening's presentation that is at the crosshairs of two of the hottest industries in the market right now. One of them being AI, the other being crypto. We know all about, the immense power needed, all the permits needed, all the construction needed for AI data centers that are popping up just about everywhere. I know right down the street from here in Mooresville, North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte, an AI data center failed to get approval from the town. And this has been a huge problem across the country. So AI data centers are teaming up with existing Bitcoin and other crypto miners that already have the infrastructure. So tonight's presentation, I'm going to show you exactly the infrastructure that's needed for these AI data centers that crypto community already has. And the AI data center is attracting and throwing a lot of money at these companies to get their attention and get on the AI data center revolution. So tonight's presentation, I had a couple articles for you and a great list of stocks. We're going to jump in the VectorVest 7 system. A lot of these companies are trading at a premium. One is undervalued. So we're going to examine the charts. And as the market pulls back, I'm going to show you a couple levels to look at on some of these positions that could potentially be some good entry opportunities going forward, because again, the market is giving us an opportunity for discounts in these positions. I'm not saying go out buy them today, but as time moves forward, the market will reveal opportunities within these 10 stocks. So I hope you're excited about tonight's presentation, how to capture profit and enhance your portfolio with stocks that have exposure to both crypto and AI. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, big event coming up. We got the Las Vegas 2-day investment seminar coming September 20th, 21st, 2025. You can achieve the VIP experience in person. Just go to VectorVest.com/Vegas to register now. Now, here's an article that came out a year ago during the beginning of this transition. You can see right here, as the title states, Bitcoin miners forge lucrative AI deals. They have a big advantage. Glenn has been talking about this quite a bit. He didn't really go into so much as crypto miners as he did, uranium, small modular reactors, but still a solution to the AI problem. Energy demand. We see artificial intelligence and Bitcoin are the most recent gold rushes of the 21st century. Instead of pickaxes, shovels, and pans, modern pioneers need energy, computing power, and data storage space. Lots of it. As I dive further into this article, you see AI's massive demand for energy is growing fast. We already know about that, right? So why use Bitcoin or other crypto mining companies, right? Well, mining Bitcoin and crypto already uses a lot of power. So these companies have existing infrastructure. That's why they want to team up together. So we've got stocks like CORZ, iren. A lot of these are big name companies. btbt, Bit Digital. We got Hive, Hut 8, CleanSpark, big one here, Mara, Riot Platforms. In addition, this time last year, this was before Bitcoin, went above 100,000. Profits from Bitcoin mining fell to an all-time low in August, right? Their profits, think about it, Bitcoin, crypto, very volatile in nature, and that is affecting their bottom dollar and being sustainable as a business, right? So bringing in AI revenue can help offset some of these losses. And a lot of these companies have made a major shift, being solely crypto focused to now in the AI space. Now here's a Google AI review, just makes it very simple and easy to understand. 3 major things, right? Massive electrical capacity. Bitcoin mining operations are often located in areas with direct access to substations and robust power infrastructure capable of handling loads of 10 watts or more. AI data centers also require a significant amount of energy, right? So it just makes sense. And on top of that, you got to be able to cool everything down. So both Bitcoin miners and AI data centers need robust cooling systems. Also, rapid deployment experience. Bitcoin miners are accustomed to scaling up operations quickly, right? Does that sound familiar? Hyperscalers, yes, massive hyperscalers are teaming up with these companies for huge growth projects in the future. And here I just want to show you some of the pivots here. You see Riot stock reiterated to outperform, 1.7 gigawatt data center pipeline and AI focus. You see, this was back in June. Wall Street's turned bullish on Riot platforms. AI pivot. As we see here, look, Alphabet's bold move, the future of crypto mining and AI integration. What did they do? They invested in terawulf. Wulf, right? Been a huge momentum stock. I know it's been mentioned a lot in the comment section. The shift from Bitcoin mining to AI and HPC, which is high-powered computing. Wulf can provide that HP services for Google and potentially other hyperscalers. Now, like I was saying, there's a lot of data centers popping up, everyone. Here's another one. This is btdigital, build a new AI data center in North Carolina. This is out in Madison County. I told you one just got disapproved here, but they're popping up all over the place. And you can see, btdigital being a crypto mining company, again, taking advantage of the AI revolution. A lot of money is being poured into this space, and it's attracting these crypto companies. Here's another one, iren, pausing Bitcoin expansion to focus on AI data center build out. This came out just a few months ago and out in April, right? Look at this, Zacks investment, AI, crypto, and cloud computing. This stock here has exposures to 3 of the hottest spaces out in the market right now. So let's jump into the VectorVest software and see if these positions have any potential going forward. All right, let's get to it here. This is the watch list I created in the VectorVest 7 system. We got 10 stocks here. Big names, popular names. A lot of these names have been in the headlines with AI and crypto. We've got Riot, CleanSpark, Hut, terawulf, right? Wolf's been on a tear lately, especially with that, investment over $1 billion from Google to help their AI data center infrastructure. We've got Cores here along with Mara. They're selling off again today, right? Pressure is to the downside. We know that in the broad market. So that's what I was saying, some of these stocks, as they pull back, can get pretty attractive, or some opportunities might be presenting themselves in the future, right? So that being said, we've only got one buy rated stock in the batch here, being iren. There's only one stock that's undervalued compared to the VectorVest metric. That's going to be CleanSpark here. If I resort by this column, we can see this is the most undervalued company, trading at $9.25. We value the company at $12.83. btdigital coming in next, 0.9. Pretty close, being fairly valued. Price at $273, value $246. Iris at $19.59, currently valued at $15. This is not a price target by any means. It's just what we currently feel the stock is worth. Let you know if investors are paying a premium right now. So if you're more of a value investor, if you're a little bit more timid of these, pretty volatile stocks in nature, let's be honest here, the crypto AI stocks, I'd aim more towards the top of the list, just being straight up with you. As well as we look at the top of the list, look at the growth rate and earnings here. Double digits, pretty good here. We've also got some other good ones. btdr, coming at 36%. It's actually highest in the list here. Second highest, I should say. Iren is the first. And then Cores coming in at 29% earnings growth rate. So again, good list of stocks in this space. They are pulling back right now. Now, this is the caveat. Look at the safety. You're not going to get much safety with these stocks. But again, that should come at no surprise because this is the crypto realm, right? So expect volatility. If you're not comfortable with volatility, hey, these stocks might not just be for you, and that's perfectly okay, right? So let's go ahead and jump in the charts and see what the chart is trying to tell us. All right, first up, we got CleanSpark here. This green line represents what we value the company to be. What I like to see, look at the valuation jump up right now. Yes, it's a sell recommendation, but I feel like you're getting a pretty good deal on it. So does the VectorVest 7 software, valuing the company at $12.83 right now. The technicals, they are bearish. Bearish trend is momentum is picking up for the bears. You see RT relative timing going below the oscillation point of 1 here. Now my level, I find pretty interesting, around 875. You see we're entering that level right now. We've got several touches on this, both from the bottom and the top around this level. So just, keep in mind that. If you want confirmation, you get price action back above at least the 200-day moving average. I do see that converging with the 20-day EMA. Might be a level of resistance. So if you want confirmation to the upside, let's get above those levels to get that confirmation. Now, as we look at the forecasted data, 35%, 91%. I like this. Rising earnings per share. Can't say I don't like it. We got btbt. 14% sales growth rate, -12, earnings per share dropping. Not as pretty of a picture here. We got value on the decline, price action pulling back as well. I do see level support here around 268, but with price action below that 200-day moving average, got me a little concerned here. So if you want the confirmation, let's get above that 200-day moving average, which would be about 297. Let's just call it $3. As it continues to scroll down here, we got iren in here. This is Iris Energy. The momentum is to the upside. This would have been my level for support here. You can see it caught it here from this prior swing high. But look, momentum's to the upside. Moving averages are in our favor. And look at the valuation ticking up. The valuation going to $15. It was sub 10 not long ago. So price action, momentum to the upside, and our valuation momentum to the upside. Forecasted data, phenomenal. 37% earnings, 171 sales growth rate, rising forecasted earnings per share. I like it. We got Mara here. This is my support zone really from about 1489 to about 1345 here. We're trying to catch a level support on that right now if you want confirmation. Let's get above the 20-day EMA or even the 200 if you want a little bit more. But as far as forecasted data, you see the growth rate earnings tapering off. It's actually negative right now. Sales growth rate 64%. Earnings per share, it's to the downside, right? I treat this more like a momentum play. If we can get above that 200-day moving average, we could easily retest that prior swing high closer to $20. So a lot of upside potential there. Here's btdr. This would be my level here around 1073, currently trading at 1262. I do like this taper up in the valuation of the company itself. Now, growth rate earnings is climbing. Sales growth rate just went back into positive territory here. A little bit of a comeback story. 36%, 57% on the sales, and rising forecast and earnings per share. Not a bad stock to have on your radar in this space. Here's Riot Platforms. Price action, look at this. Getting right back above that 40-day moving average along with the 20-day EMA. So optimism there for the bulls. If you want some confirmation, maybe take out yesterday's high just to be sure. But the stock is being overstretched from the valuation here, so be careful of that. Negative earnings growth rate, sales growth rate 118 and climbing. But look at the earnings per share here. It is also negative. So I'm seeing some other, better candidates as far as investments, trading opportunities. I do see that opening up for this stock. As far as, longer term investments, some of the other companies seem a little bit better on the forecasted data. Here we've got Hut, again, overvalued. Earnings per share went negative to positive. Sales growth rate faltering. Growth rate and earnings faltering as well. Not the best numbers there, but the momentum is to the upside right now. You see price action converging close to that 20-day EMA right now. So all the moving averages are in our favor. I like the momentum to the upside here, just not necessarily the fundamentals of this company. Some other, better picks fundamentally. As far as this position, it's kind of moving sideways, right? I see my level here around 1305. If we break that, I'd be a little bit concerned here, especially if we broke that 200-day moving average. Stock just overvalued. Even with the jump up in value, only comes in at 459. Earnings per share did go positive, but the sales growth rate stays negative at 44%, so I'm not too convinced on this stock at this time. Here's Cypher Mining. I like this momentum to the upside, but if we take a look here, growth rate on the decline, sales growth rate on the decline, earnings per share also faltering, coming in at -3 on the earnings side, sales 18. So again, I like the technicals here, but as far as the company's fundamentals, definitely better pick with some of those stocks that we looked at before. Now, if you want confirmation on this one, I'd look around 640. Right now, it's around 588. Moving averages, again, in the favor of the bulls. Now, if we go down to the last stock here, we've got Wulf. This has been a popular stock lately. You can see the momentum here. Trying to continue that momentum to the upside. I do have a level of resistance around 991, currently sitting at 927. We're seeing some indecision in today. The moving averages clearly going to be in the favor of the bulls here, especially with the big gap up situation we've had. Now, as far as growth rate and earnings, -6%. Sales growth rate 34%. You can see the earnings per share dropping off over the last few months here. So there are some great stocks in this space here and a lot of opportunities presenting themselves, whether from a fundamental standpoint or more of a technical standpoint. We're seeing some momentum in some of these stocks. That's why I wanted to put them on your radar. I mean, think about it. They're on the crosshairs of two of the hottest industries out there, AI and crypto. Now, I hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation, and hopefully this video got the wheels turning on some crypto mining stocks just for this play, the AI data center play. Now, again, my name is Ryan. If you enjoyed tonight's video, hit the like button. If you're new and you found the video informative, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow evening. Good night.